New Year, New Me never feels as real as loading up a fresh save when January rolls around. Hopping into an RPG and going wild on the character creator screen is like a literal embodiment of all the changes we hope to make when a new year rolls around. This time I'll be a totally new class. Why not play as a frog person? Let's make a heavy armor build. Be gone, stealthy archer! That is, until you fast forward a couple of hours and find yourself going back to exactly the same playstyle you have always relied on whilst covered in crisps, doused in wine, and cancelling that gym membership you really thought you'd do this time. It's okay, it happens to the best of us. My New Year's resolution is to actually make some New Year's resolutions at some point in 2022. And while we all have bad habits we just can't kick, there are no worse offenders than classic video game characters. They don't have time for self-improvement. They're usually very busy saving the world after all. But that doesn't mean we can't think about what it would be like if they actually did take a minute for some self-reflection and hop on the New Year, New Me bandwagon to shake some seriously questionable habits. Anything so we don't have to do the same thing ourselves. Let's get on with the projecting then, shall we?
Now, what better way to start the first Friday feature of 2022 than with a Metal Gear reference?
Look, this isn't a video about our bad habits, no, it's a video about deflecting attention away from those and instead spotlighting the vices of video game protagonists. And we'll start with one solid Snake. Sniper, super soldier, stealth expert, smoker. Goodness knows how many times he gets told over the course of the series he needs to quit, but apparently his habit is so bad he was even willing to smuggle cigarettes into Shadow Moses in Metal Gear Solid 1 inside his stomach.
Thanks to the shot you gave me that suppressed my stomach acids.
I mean, stomach acids or no, how are you getting the cigarettes back out again, Snake?
And then putting them in your mouth and inhaling them.
Yeah, Snake, you really need to quit. There are better, cleaner ways of getting through corridors laced with infrared lasers and poisonous gas, after all. Thermal goggles, for one, or apparently just legging it and hoping for the best.
Rob, as a military.
Oh my God!
He's done it.
Oh my God! What the hell just happened?
I mean, I don't know why that's a surprise.
What the hell just happened? You two are geniuses!
Hello? Oh, hello, King of Cosmos. How's it going? Hang on, slow down. I can't understand a word of what you're saying. Right. Okay. So, what you're basically saying is that you've destroyed all the stars in the cosmos again. And you want me to come fix it. Our dear King of Cosmos definitely needs to kick the habit of dishing out all of his jobs to anyone else that will pick them up. King, my friend, please just start doing some things yourself. Please? I don't care if you've had too much of whatever and were feeling great at the time. You are the all-powerful King of Cosmos. Pull yourself together. This fella is definitely getting the New Year's resolution to take some blooming responsibility. And you know what? It's good practice in general. So listen up, you lot. If something bad happens because of your actions, or you want some more attention, then roll up your own blooming Katamari for once and stop sending your poor son to Earth to roll up every single little thing to create more stars in the galaxy. It sounds very specific, but believe me, it's life advice to live by. Your Highness, it's really nice to do favours for others, don't get me wrong. But you've asked for so many favours at this point, I don't think this is character building anymore. I think you're taking the prince.
Now, if anybody should be making New Year's resolutions, it is absolutely the guy wielding a massive machete with a bad case of mommy issues. Poor old Jason Voorhees from Friday the 13th just needs to take a new approach to living his best life. And that would be to let others live their best life too. Put down the killing instruments. Lay to rest the sleeping bags. Use the knife for, cooking or opening cardboard boxes or just plain old whittling. It might sound silly telling a viciously adept killer to give up the whole murdering dealio for New Year's, but I don't think that anyone can argue it's an awful habit the guy needs to kick. That and preserving his mother's head long after a sell-by date, but the two go hand in hand, really. Imagine loading up a game of Friday the 13th to a friendly Jason ready to cook s'mores and sing campfire songs. Everyone holding hands and singing Kumbaya. I can just picture it now. No, wait! Let me love you, I've changed! Let's hug it out.
I'm just.
Ah, he hugged me to death.
Let's get some down the back.
Oh, right, yeah, that is probably how that would go.
Now looking at the title Bad Habits Video Game Characters Need to Kick, here's one that takes it quite literally. Tekken! You get it? Because of all the fighting and the kicking and I'm a comedic genius. Christmas is often enough to remind everyone quite how potent family drama can be. But no one does it quite like Tekken's Mishima family. These guys have some serious beef to work out. Or turkey, if we're keeping to the Christmas theme. And then Jinpachi can rock up as the ghost of Christmas past! Years of grisly beatings, killings, and a little dose of supernatural intervention make for quite the gnarled family tree when it comes to the Mishimas. So hey, instead of beating each other to literal death about whatever heinous crimes they're committing against each other now, let's set them the task of sitting down with a nice herbal tea, spreading out on the chaise lounge, and fighting about it with their words instead of their fists. Mishima Family Therapy in session. Right now, oi! Everyone keep their electric shocks to themselves. Now let's see, where should we start? Yes. Your New Year's resolution is to stop chucking each other in volcanoes.
I love being crafty, and I don't just mean concocting Christmas challenges so devious they have grown adults falling on the floor crying.
But in the end...
I also mean I really enjoy creating small, delicate video game dioramas out of white tack.
Unfortunately, enjoying crafts and being good at crafts are not mutually exclusive.
It's the Cathedral Ward from Bloodborne.
Something the Finch family builder can certainly attest to. Just look at the house in what remains of Edith Finch, and, after the whimsy and magic have worn off, all you're left with is a whopping great health and safety risk that would have cowboy builders Dominic Littlewood frothing at the mouth.
I mean, who the hell manages to get a boat mixed up in their house?
The Finches, that's who. So I feel it's fair to say their New Year's resolution should be to shell out for a professional architect and builder next time they're thinking about an extension. For a family cursed to die in mysterious tragic circumstances, and with Sven Finch himself getting taken out by his own dragon slide creation in what can only be described as a thoroughly preventable disaster, you'd think having a home not held together by toothpicks and sheer force of will would probably be quite high on the agenda.
Apparently not.
Finches. Think less DIY SOS and more grand designs. You haven't got a family curse, you've got a family that insists on shoddy workmanship.
Would Doom really be Doom without the relentless heavy metal soundtrack blaring away in the background? Well, now that's a question worth asking. Look, I'm not saying I don't want it. I love it. I need it. Give me Mick Gordon's pulsating, dirty, industrial brain melters whilst I rip and tear my way through hordes of demons any day of the week. Hell, give it to me whilst I do my big food shop so I can channel the Doom Guy's unrivaled method of crowd dispersal to wade through the dawdling old ladies with their elbows on their trolleys. It's time to get some chickpeas. But I'm just saying, maybe Doom Guy should branch out into some new music genres, you know? constantly living his life with BFG Division rolling around his playlist has got to take all the nuance out of head squashing after a while. And besides, it is a terrible social habit to only be defined by one music genre. Take it from someone who still isn't allowed the aux cord at parties for putting too much Limp Bizkit on. Come on, guys. Doom Guy should try a nice bit of elevator music, or a dabble in classical FM to broaden his horizons. I mean, you never know, it could unlock a whole new level of violence in the process. New year, new me, music, hey?
January for me means only one thing. Veganuary.
Still, the thought of dropping all meat and dairy for a month and setting up camp in the veggie patch is just nice, isn't it? And something our friends in Monster Hunter World could take inspiration from, considering all the barbecue spits and meaty revelry everyone takes part in at every opportunity.
What's wrong with just some carrot sticks and hummus? Everything is wrong with that. It sounds disgusting, to be honest.
The whole concept of the game is killing poor, innocent monsters, harvesting all their fleshy bits, and then making yourself an even more powerful murder machine by using their bones, biceps, and belly bits to upgrade your character. Or get a bunch of cats to cook you dinner, which I'm far less mad about. Regardless, there's no reason we can't set up a nice farm and just eat magic celery and tainted fruit and soiled shroom forget about that delicious sounding magma mutton and rich rump. It's all about millionfold cabbage. Look, just let me ask you this, dear viewers. In a world where you are carving off chunks of dripping raw flesh to greedily consume, who is the real monster? Because I don't think it's the extreme behemoth, no matter how scary his name might sound. I'm assigning Veganuary as the New Year's resolution for everyone in Monster Hunter World.
At least tofu doesn't try and bite your head off when you harvest it.
So there are our picks for some New Year's resolutions that wouldn't hurt some characters to make. Have any suggestions you want to add? Think Nathan Drake should be a little more careful with priceless artefacts? Or the Silent Hill town planner should invest in better lighting? Let us know in the comments below. As always, this has been PlayStation Access. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell for more PlayStation goodness, and we'll see you again very soon. Thanks for watching.